Now, let me put y'all on game for a minute. Remember what I told you about you'll see a law and you don't see the additions. Now, Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission. In November 2018, Michigan voters, when them Tylons amended the Constitution with Proposal 18.2, or the Voters Not Politicians ballot proposal, a constitutional amendment to establish a commission of citizens with exclusive authority to adopt district boundaries for the Michigan Senate, Michigan House of Representatives, and U.S. Congress every 10 years. 2018. We not reading what we voting on. Oh, that sound good. They put good names on it. Okay, so this was called citizens not elected officials. I like that. That sounds good. And look what we did. It was a tie-along legislation, something that people didn't even look at. A proposal. When that proposal was written with the intent to go around politicians, but everybody was asleep when it was written. Do you get what I'm saying somewhat? That's how they do it. So in 2018, 19, 20, 21, 2018, that might have been, and somebody help me out because I don't know, was that the gubernatorial election? I'm not sure. But my point being to you is when you turn your ballot over, many people didn't vote for it. So the people that wanted it to pass to say, you know what, we're going to go around this. We're going to make sure that we get it. They adopted that. Who serves on the Citizens Redistricting Commission? The constitutional amendments establish a commission of 13 registered voters randomly, blinking my eye, selected throughout an application process, blinking my eye. The commission was convened September 17th through the 18th, 2020, and been meeting ever since. They knew already. See, let me explain something to you. What do I tell people? And I tell them this in the law all the time. Whether you are a criminal or you a business person, you always need a lawyer. Put them on retainer so that if you need to call and ask a question, you have it. Because guess what? It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I'm going to say that one more time. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. What do I mean? That means that this little change that we just talked about was an ace in a hole if I needed to play it. If the voters started to do things that were inconsistent with what we wanted. So what we do, we pass this. Why? Because we're seeing how voting is. And what we want to do is now this commission has the power. And that was in November 2018. So when it was crafted, when it was drawn up with the purpose of making sure that these ladies and gentlemen would have the biggest kahunas politically, and everybody slept at it. It wasn't on the news. They didn't talk about this proposal. Nobody even knew about it. It was silent. You know what I'm saying? Just slipped on in there and did it. The voters, not politicians. That sounds good. I'll take one. Oh my God, what did I just take? I'd have killed democracy. Voters, not politicians. Doesn't that sound good? Like they'll say something like, vote no on vote yes. It's so confusing you don't know what it means. N means no. Y means vote proposal. Y means yes. And we just hear the little jingles and we're entertained by different jingles or news or whatever about something. And then when we get it passed, we don't know what the hell done happened. Now, during that time, nobody knew about this particular legislation. The voters, not politicians. Had we known the impact that this would have had, baby, it'd have been on the news all the time. But they moved silently at night. while we sitting up here watching TV and seeing everything that was going on, and Trump being elected and clowning and doing his damn buffoonery and stuff. Okay, guess what? They slipped this up on the ballot. Got enough signatures. Went where they needed to go to get the signatures and said, we about to have the biggest kahunas, and they don't even know. Because what we say, voters, not citizens. You like that? I like that. That's so cute. You know what I'm saying? Okay. My point being to you, we missed that. I did not know, nor do I think that the media knew. Nobody knew, except the drafters. They knew what they was doing. They knew exactly what they're doing. How is it? Please answer, and I'm going to get to these last individuals. What's so amazing to me is that during the Kwame reign, banks did not want to loan money, to developers. Now they do. Oh, yeah, Detroit was dangerous. We don't want to, put money into it. No, are you kidding? We give millions of dollars and they'll bust the windows before it's even up. Hell no, we're not going to do it. But they found a way to put that money in there now, didn't they? Oh, yeah. My daughter had an opportunity to go out the other evening. She said, Mom, Detroit is not the Detroit I once knew. It is not, okay? And they're making sure of it. Let me say this to you. It is a property on Seward that went for $300, I want to say $69,000. Who serves on the Citizens Redistricting Committee? The Constitutional Amendment establishes a commission of 13 registered voters randomly selected through an application process, as I indicated before. So not only did the individuals that wrote the proposal pay to get it passed, some small right-wing organization who got that bread, probably, I'm just surmising. Then they turned around and did a constitutional amendment, and everybody arguing about the insurance reform. That's what was going on then. Arguing about insurance reform. Missed this. Missed this completely. Missed it because it was probably a ride-along legislation. And what's that? It's like, when you make your turkey and you stick that apple up in the cavity. Don't nobody know it got no apple in the cavity. You do, because you put it in there. Then you put your lettuce, then you put your celery and all your onion in there, but you put that apple in there to make it moist. Well, that's what they did. They snuck that apple in there when they did the constitutional amendment. Oh, I like that. It did sound good, didn't it? Voters, not politicians. Sounds like what happened up at the Capitol in Lansing and what happened in the Capitol. If we do take a look, and I listen, I'm not a betting person. I bet you'll find that the individuals that wrote this proposal, if we can even find them, because what they'll do is call themselves the Group for Change, Patriot. But if you could find who these people were, what groups made them up, they're going to be people who are going to have a conservative agenda, who are going to be wealthy, and who decided that they would be able to be the 13th juror. There are 12 juries on a jury that decide a case. There is no 13th juror. They are the 13th juror. They are the 13th juror. And how long would this redistricting last? 10 years. Citizens, not politicians. Amended it, and nobody says shit. We don't need to say anything, don't we? Today we would like to announce that we have passed. Did nobody know? So then when you went to check their authority, you found it. Happened in 2018. So then you had somebody follow along. They had, first of all, watch where the money go. You had somebody setting up a committee that put this together. the Citizens for Change. People don't even know who that is. The Citizens for Change has a PAC where they can get money. So the rich Republicans, conservative, put their money into it. They then get people to write this legislation, a proposal. Then they get it certified. Don't nobody know what it's saying because it's all of it legalese and therefores and those tools. Then they pay people to go get signatures. Okay. Then they get it on the ballot and they don't make no fanfare. And guess what? It slipped through in the back door. While they doing that in November, probably in the same month, in November, they did that November 4th, November 10th. Guess what they did? Slipped it in as a constitutional amendment. Didn't say nothing. Boom! We got the game. Play your ace in 2022. That's how they do it, boo. We'll be back.